Hello to my beautiful family of light, love, truth, trust, peace, and harmony. My soul family, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you watching. Some of you know that a little over a week ago I had a brush with the unknown and ended up in the hospital with a bleed that was just not wanting to be controlled. It was, how do I want to say, and I don't want to be grisly about this, it was the unknown for me. In fact, the last time, I'm in my 70s, and the last time I was in a hospital for myself was when I was 25 and delivered my son. He was now in his 40s. So we're talking 46 or 47 years for me. So this was a brand new experience, and it was quite frightening when you really don't know what's going on. However, okay, that said, I understand now, and I have for a long time, but when it's up close and personal, then it hits home, right? So while I was in the hospital and the blood was not wanting to be controlled, I'm aware, and so I'm going to share with you some things about how powerful you are. I began to, my blood pressure shot through the roof, right? I was up around 200 or something, and I'm an exceptionally healthy individual, so that was of concern to everybody. So the first thing I did while all this chaos was going on around me was began to take an inward journey. Went in and began having a conversation with myself for the blood to stop bleeding, to stop letting out, to begin calming myself and moving myself from fear into I am a child of the universe, that God, I'm in his loving care. The angels are around me and supporting me. I have a medical team of the unseen who are there working side by side with those medical practitioners who are working on me diligently, and indeed within minutes, the bleeding stopped. My blood pressure began to drop in significance. It was probably not even minutes. Who had a watch, and I wasn't paying attention. Anyhow, things got under control after that. It had been like 3 hours and stuff was out of control, so I took control. What I want to say to you is I'm happy, healthy, whole, and complete in every way. And even though fright, fear takes a hold of you, you do not have to stay there. I am, and you are, a soul first, having this earth walk. You've taken on an earthly form, but you're a divine being, and this is your one and only life. So fear, when it gets a grip, is something that you can shift out of by reminding yourself. Just hear my words, hear my voice in your head. I'm a soul. I am here as a divine being of my Father, God, source, creator, however you want to put it. It doesn't matter what. There's no religion involved here. This is an aspect of yourself that belongs to something greater than you or I, that you've taken on this form and you don't see it, but it is there and you can talk to it. So this is I've had a week to think about all this, right? This is my one and only life. When I say my, I want you to hear yours. It is yours and my one and only life. We get a shot at this, one shot. And I have been fortunate enough to have had many shots where I've been brought back from the brink of death in this life. And you get what I realize and recognize that you get to choose. I get to choose to be in fear and have the fear just, carry me off down into a dark place. And instead I chose to go in and have a conversation with my soul and my innate intelligence, the wisdom that inhabits this body. And when I had that conversation with it, I immediately calmed. It just was amazing. I had heard stories growing up and in 20, 30 years, 40 years back of people coming across accidents, like automobile accidents, or something going on with someone, and the bleeding was out of control, and they're trying to apply pressure, and them using a forceful voice and saying, stop bleeding, and having it stop. You're a powerful individual. Your mind is powerful. When you tell it things in a way in which the intention is that you're in charge, it listens. It listens to everything you say. If you're not feeling, I had a situation the other day. I was talk about instant manifestation. I don't have internet access where I am, and so I was sitting outside this library in order to have access so that I could download and get some mail and do that sort of thing. And a call came in, and I began to become angry, and that anger began to rise, and I didn't even notice it. Normally I'm calm, cool, and collected. Well, when the call was, and actually probably at the peak of where it ought to have been with the anger and frustration over this situation, which had been repeating itself, and I wasn't being heard or paid attention to, however you want to say it. My car, which had been idling because I had only intended to be there for minutes, all of a sudden got this message on it saying, we're powering down, and then an engine light came on. Oh. So I ended the call, and I said, okay, I've had enough of this for now. We'll catch up again later, or pick it up where we left off. And I turned off the engine, let it cool a little bit, and now I'm like worried about the car. Okay. I go see one of those auto places with parts and other things, the experts, and they do an analysis. They pull the coat off the car and do an analysis, and it's this part that needs to be replaced. And when in fact, in trying to get there, I had no accelerator. I was lucky to be moving, so it had powered itself down so much as to, we're putting you in safe mode because you're out of control. That's how I look at this. Well, by the time I got home and had this code and realized I was going to have automobile repairs, now on top of everything else that's going on for me in my life, which I've been really doing well at managing, I begin to realize, and it took me until this morning, this very morning, when I got home and the car cooled down and I had to go, I can't remember where I had to go. I had to run an errand for somebody. It was having dinner with friends. And so by the time I started the car up, I'm calm. Now I have acceleration, and which I did not have before because it had powered down into a safe operating mode, which meant all you're doing, a child in a stroller could be going faster than you down the street. Well, anyhow, so now I have acceleration. I get up to have the meal. I come home. I have a good night's rest, and I get up in the morning and I go outside to meditate, and I look at the car is sitting there, and realize there's that little engine light on there, and I've got a part that's going to have to be replaced, and I need to stop. And so then you start raising, it comes up again. And I said, Claudia, no, manifestation is about my little car, my little mountain goat and I are in harmony. We're in sync. We love to go on the road and take drives and go see what there is to see. But I said, don't you understand? You've got to listen to those thoughts. So I looked at my car and I went on took that little inward journey, and I said, I am in sync and in harmony with my higher self. And as such, everything, my car, my life, the tasks that are before me this day, I had to go to the post office, I needed to go to the bank, all of those things come up in my mind, and I'm seeing everything running smoothly, absolutely smoothly. And I get in the car to come up and begin doing those errands and come to the library to do a video, and the engine light had disappeared. So I no longer had a signal that the car is in danger. Now, my car is trustworthy, and you can all say, oh, you can't trust that. I'm sorry, but I do. I trust it with my life. And if something else comes up, I have AAA, and they can haul me off to wherever the graveyard is for automobiles, or to another safe place where I can be in harmony. Raise your vibration. Raise your vibration, friends. Put it in a perspective of everything you need is exactly already in place. Feel it. Imagine it, see it, that, if you're in debt, see the check being deposited in the account going to a 0 debt ratio. See every task being fulfilled in the easy, with optimum ease and grace, and you begin to love your life. You can live with unabashed joy, and you have to do that, or you end up with a car that's hiccuping like you are. It's saying, oh my God, I'm in the toilet. What do I do now? Listen, smile at yourself. Go to the mirror and smile at yourself. You are a divine being. You do not know or realize that the manual is within you, and that manual is saying to you, live a life you love. It's your one and only life. Live it intentionally with the purpose that it is a life you love. Everything is happening for you. The universe has your back. Things are always working out. Maximize your blessings. Count them often. And let me know how it's going for you. Okay, so until the next time, I want you to know you're loved beyond your imagining. I'm so grateful to be able to share these tidbits with you of a human, right, experiencing what it is to be out of alignment with that other aspect of yourself, and the possible ways in which you can simply rein in anger, fear, hatred, frustrations, all those things that are lower energy. Your soul is up here and it's taking you down there. Go up and say hello. I'm happy to be alive this moment, this day, and thank you for joining me. Until next time, be well, be safe, be happy, and know that you are loved beyond imagining. Thank you for joining me. Anything more you want to know about me is in the link down below. Thank you again. Bye-bye for now.